host, El Vago, owner, operator of El Vago Burger and Barbecue, located at 4701 Barrera Drive, Motown, Texas, Molina neighborhood.
Welcome to the Volo podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo podcast, no cap, true stories, what you know about that? Welcome to the Volo podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo podcast, no cap, true stories, what you know about that?
Welcome back to the Volo. I'm your host, El Vago. I know we haven't been on in a while. Been busy with a lot of stuff at the restaurant, but today I have a very good friend of mine. I've known him from over 25 years. He tattooed me a long time ago. Good friend of mine, big man. What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Another day, man. How you been?
I've been,
Yeah.
Health issues and so forth,
Yeah. Jimmy, you lost a lot of weight, huh?
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
Feel good, though.
Yeah. Can't call you big man no more. Call you medium man.
Everyone says that, bro. If I had like a few bucks for every time someone said that shit, bro, I wouldn't even need to be working anymore.
Yeah. How's the tattoo world, man?
It's all right, dude.
Yeah.
Cutthroat, like always.
I know. Yeah, man. I tattooed for a lot of years also, too, back in the days, man. I miss it, man, but COVID kind of fucked it up for me, too. And then when I got out and shit, it was a big mess, man. But, yeah, man. I'm glad you're still doing it, though.
Yeah. It's been great, dude. Kids in it, and
yeah,
both of the kids.
Steven's badass, man. I've been looking at his work, man. He's really good, man.
He's better than me already, and I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
But it was harder though whenever everybody started back in the days, man. It was
you didn't have anything to learn from.
Yeah,
dude, and no one that did wanted to teach you.
Hell no. Yeah, it was different back then.
Yeah, and Steven, I've been pretty much training him since he was like 10 years old, dude. So
shit,
it's
man.
all good.
Yeah. So where you from originally?
Houston. Yeah. Grew up there, lived there till I was like 12 years old, and then got relocated over here with my grandma.
Yeah. Been here ever since.
Yeah, I was raised by my grandma and my grandpa, and then he died when I was like 10. So we stayed a couple more years after that, and then came over here.
Where'd you go to school?
Right there down from Reliant Stadium at a little elementary called Brookline.
Yeah.
Still there, man. It's pretty cool.
You graduated from there?
Yeah, it was 6th grade, and then in 7th and 8th, I went to Benavides, dude. I moved from Houston to Benavides. That was a shock.
How was that?
Dude, I loved it over there, bro. Like the girls loved me. The guys didn't so much at first. Because you know how small town, new city boy comes to town. You know how it is. But it was all good. Had to crack a few heads, and then it was good after that.
Yeah.
One brother, unfortunately.
Wayne.
Nah, he's good, man. He means good. He's just makes a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, man. That's a bunch of us, man. Bunch of us and our family members. You know how that
Every
goes.
family's got one.
Yeah. Your mom?
Mom passed away probably like 6 years ago, something like that. 7 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer. I don't know.
Fucking Jesse Ivy. I forgot about that guy. Lies.
He'll talk shit.
He still got a big mouth.
He had a stroke, dude, but he did not stop his.
You know how it is. Hard-headed people never die, man.
Stop him, bro.
Wayne sucks.
Oh shit, man.
Crazy ass, man.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Jesse, that dude's helped me out so much in tattooing to put me out there, and we traveled the country together, man. We had so much fun.
It was man. That dude's
it was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that like small town famous, probably, but like people know me everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Like we'll go to another state and I'll run into someone I know. It's crazy. And I owe most of that to this dude, man.
Yeah.
He helped me get out there and introduce me to the right people.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you graduate?
I graduated, and then I went to B County College.
On Beeville.
I went to it in Alice. They had a branch in Alice. Now it's Coastal Bend College, I guess, something like that, for architecture, engineering. Then started tattooing, and then the rest is history, man.
What made you want to tattoo, man?
I got one.
Yeah.
That was it, you know? You know how it is, dude. You draw, you make badass drawings, and then it gets tore up, or someone takes it, and then with this, man, it ain't getting tore up unless they get tore up, you know?
Yeah. You started at Skin Illusions first, right?
Yeah, no, Wildside, actually.
Oh, that's right.
Well, actually, I started in Alice. We had a shop in Alice called The Dark Side.
Yeah.
That's where he's actually the one who got me into the tattooing, dude, because I went and watched him get one.
Yeah.
And then our friend Johnny tattooed. He got a homemade one, bro. I wasn't down for all that. You still have it?
Yeah, the one that he actually gave me.
He's got my first tattoo.
Oh shit.
He got burned off.
But I saw him get a homemade tattoo with a guitar string and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool, man, but that ain't really for me. and then our friend Johnny was doing it at home too, bro, but he was using the right shit. You know what I mean? Had a sterilizer, had everything. And
the Spalding tattoo machines, man.
The dry heat sterilizer and shit.
Fucking big ass metal tubes and shit are a bitch to clean. I remember those, man.
Yep. And I saw that and I was like, he's actually worried about giving someone an infection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I don't know what possessed me, bro, but I got one too. And then that was it. And like, Johnny ended up opening a shop over there, and he got busy, man. He was really busy. For Alice, he was busy, and he's like, hey, bro, like, I can't handle it all. He's like, you want to learn how to tat? And I was like, I didn't really think about that, because at the time I was working at a pizza place and going to school full time, and I was a volunteer fireman. Like, I was busy, bro. Like, and he's like, you'll make money, dude. And I'm like, oh yeah? Because I was poor as shit, bro. I grew up with nothing, dude. He was there with me the whole way, dude. We didn't have shit. And I was about money, dude. And he's like, yeah, you make some money, dude. And so I went in there and I did. I made some money, and I just got hooked, man. And then I actually got decent at it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say even good, but I was decent at it. And then we came to sea sculptures one year. Remember when they used to have that?
Yeah.
Sea sculptures. And I decided to stop at a tattoo shop. I was with a couple friends of mine that had some tattoos, and stopped at a shop, and they were like, where do you work at? And I told him in Alice, and he's like, you want a job? And I was like, the fuck, right? Like, and then it was some old man that used to own Wildside. I don't even remember what the name of the shop was, but it was an old man and his wife, and they lived upstairs. And he's like, I'm going to be moving from here pretty soon, and I'll take you with me, and this and that. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, bro. Like,
yeah.
So I didn't take the job with him, but then a couple weeks we came back to go to the beach, and there was already another tattoo shop there, bro. And it was Wildside, and Mario, the guy who owned it, was like, you want a job? And I'm like, I guess there wasn't a lot of tattoo artists back then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I miss that though.
Yeah, so do I. Trust me.
I miss it, man. I miss it when it was very.
The art has evolved, and that's good. I appreciate all that, but too many people, man. Too many people.
I miss when only certain people were tattooed too, like covered. I ain't gonna lie, I miss that.
You kind of had to earn it back then.
Yeah, now everybody.
Now they come in and their first tattoo they want on their hand. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and back in the day, dude, you could actually tell them, no, man, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
And then they'd go to another shop and they would say no, and because everyone respected the art. You know what I mean? Now,
nobody gives
if you don't do it, they'll just go right down the road and get it done, bro.
Yeah.
Half the price. You know what I mean? So you got to do it, man. At least if I do it, I know that they're getting a good one. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But yeah, so I started working for Mario, and found out later on the only reason he hired me was because I was white. Dude, did you know that they had that what is it, DI or whatever it is, diversity, equity, and inclusion? They had that shit in the 90s,
shit.
bro. I only got hired because I was white.
Yeah.
Also, the fake ticket I gave to my brother. Remember? Oh, you wasn't there.
He
No,
wasn't there. I gave it to Wayne.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
he was so
You
happy.
were living in the Bluff during that time.
Well, we were out there in Odom.
No, it was in the Bluff.
Was it?
Yes, it was in the Bluff. I had to give him a fake lottery ticket. He scratched it, man. It was 50 grand. He was so happy, man.
Dude, he was all ready to tell everyone, "Fuck you!"
Yeah,
like,
he was so
I'm
happy
moving out.
until he read the bag and it says "Collect at your mama's house."
Yeah.
Put this under your pillow for a tooth
Dude,
fairy.
I thought he was gonna cry, bro.
Yeah, he
like
was so
he
happy.
was already had that money spent. That was funny, dude.
Shit, was gonna get all sconted out. Shit, fuck. It was a Bluff during that time. So
Oh shit,
that's when he was with Nicole. Remember?
man. Yeah,
That was a
remember.
lifetime ago, man. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20
We've
something
known
years
each
ago.
other for a long
Yeah.
time, man, for sure.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I got hired there and started working there, and back then I was Bill, you know what I mean? And I worked with a whole tattoo shop full of vatos, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and I was cool with that because that's all I've ever grown up around. In Houston, I lived in the Mexican neighborhood. I was down. Tacos were my shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
hell
mean? Like Mexican women, that's all. I always had Mexican girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like I was cool with that. And then my friend Mark Benavides, he was a tattoo artist there. We're still friends too, man. And
Yeah.
he goes, "What's your fucking name?" And I go, "Bill." He goes, "I ain't calling you fucking Bill." He goes, "You're big man." And I was like,
Okay.
"All right, bro." And it stuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even before my mom passed away, she was calling me that shit.
Yeah, I think it's funny though. I always think that nicknames have to be given. You can't pick
They
one,
have
you
to
know
be,
what I mean?
yeah.
We were making fun of this one guy that we know. He was like, he goes by T-Dice. I'm like, dude, where the fuck you get that name from? I made it up. I said, nah, fool, that it don't work like that, man. So we start calling him Termite. So that's his new nickname,
It's
Termite.
like a Don Prunella.
Yeah.
You know him?
Beat
He used
eater.
to have a tattoo right here on his neck and it looked like a big tick. And
Yeah.
they called him Pulga. That was his nickname for a long time, Pulga.
That's fucking funny, man. Man, that's pretty cool that a lot of y'all started out and y'all.
We
everybody
all
still
started out
tattooing,
there and
man.
then we all branched out and
Yeah.
got our own shit or worked somewhere else. And then we taught people, and you know how that goes. You teach them and they're only there as long as you're there to help them. And then
You're only as good as you were yesterday. And that's
yeah,
it,
we
man.
were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. So it comes with the business, I
Yeah.
guess. It's just all the shit talk that comes along
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. You know, your
ran
best
into-
friend, you're their best friend one day, and then the next
Yeah.
day you're a piece of shit. You know.
I ran into Arnold Rojas the other day at Walmart, probably a couple months ago. I haven't seen him in years, man.
Me and him are still tight too. He
Yeah.
messages me every holiday. He calls me Legend. That's my nickname from him, Legend.
It was you, Arnold, and Bruce at Skin Illusion for how many years?
For fucking 13 years,
Yeah, I
bro.
know,
Like,
man. I remember that shit.
13 years. And everyone's, you know, all these new people, they can't build a clientele that really sticks.
Yeah.
And they don't understand why. And I'm like, it's because you fucking bounce around, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta stay in one spot.
you
man.
can't do that. People don't get tattooed every other week. I mean, now they might get tattooed more often, but you know, they might go a year or two without getting tattooed. But if they know where they come back where you're at and you're going to be there, then they're comfortable,
Yeah.
man. And during that time, they're going to send people there. Because if they send people and they're like, oh, well, I went over there, but he doesn't work there anymore, they're not going to refer you anymar.
Yeah, they're not.
You know?
And if you're not there anymore, they're not gonna tell them where you're at either.
The other
Fuck no, they're
tattoo
not.
shop. You know what? I try my best, dude, with my guys. If someone leaves, unless they leave on really shitty terms, I tell them, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
He went
we
to
don't
this
talk
place.
shit about
Yeah.
no one. I don't even though it happens to me all the time, bro. You know, we don't talk shit about anyone. I don't let anyone talk smack about other shops and
Yeah.
shit like that. It doesn't make us look good. You know what I mean? Like, so we just don't do it. And around some shitty shops, and we just never have. You know what I mean? Like,
I think corporates has way too many tattoo shops, man.
dude,
Way too
everyone
many
like they
shops.
tattoo for a month or two, and then they already got their own shop, bro. It's
You know what
ridiculous.
fucked everything up? Fucking New
The
York
tattoo
Ink,
the
LA
TV
Ink.
shows,
Yeah,
yeah.
the TV shows, man. Because I remember when those came up, everybody and their mama wanted a tattoo, man.
Yeah.
Everybody. I remember when I was tattooing, I hate that shit. People come and be like, how much for this? And you tell them, man, $300.
Shit, I'll just go buy the kit and do it myself.
Yeah, that, or I got a homeboy down the street, man. He'd charge $50. What the
There's
fuck you
always
come over
going to
here
be a
for?
homeboy down the street,
Yeah.
though. I mean, I get that, but like,
Why you come over here for? You know what I mean?
you think I'm going to do it for $50? Jesse.
Come by tomorrow, Jesse. I got you.
Oh,
Where's he staying at now?
Rockport.
He's still in Rockport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ever since I've known him, that's where he's been
Yeah.
at.
Shit, that's Rockport's a fucking crazy ass little town. Man.
I'll tell you what, man, people talk shit about that dude, but if you're his friend and you're his true friend, he'll give you anything
Yeah, I
you
know.
need, bro.
He's cool. I know him for a long time too, man. He's a cool dude.
Anything you need. But he is a shit talker, bro.
Yeah. He still hosts the tattoo conventions and shit?
He
No?
can't, bro. He walks around with a cane some, but
Oh, shit.
mostly he's got like one of those little scooters.
Still talking shit. Yeah.
His mouth didn't get fucked up, just one of his arms and his leg, bro. Like his brain, he calls himself retarded. I'm like, you're the smartest retarded dude I've ever seen, bro.
Jingo.
Because he's quick, bro. Like
Yeah.
you can't the shit he comes up with, dude.
What was your best times at Skin Illusions?
Skin illusions. Man, dude, Arnold might get mad about this. That dude could spot a prostitute from 10 miles away, bro. Dude, we would stand outside at night, bro, and I'd be like, she won? He's like, yep. But she went, nah, that chick ain't no prostitute, bro. She's just walking. He had the eye, bro.
Yeah.
We had so much fun, dude. And then we had some shit too, like Bruce, you know, like me and Bruce, we were super, super tight for a long time. And then our boss that was there, man, he was a good dude. He did some good stuff for us, but he was an asshole too, man, you know?
Yeah.
Real controlling little dude, would like to let you know for sure that he was the one in charge and that you needed to be there. You know what I mean? But he taught me everything I know about business and everything I do and everything I don't do.
Yeah, man. Abel was a cool dude though, man.
He was a good dude.
He was a real good dude.
But yeah, man, like Bruce started just acting like him a little bit and kind of didn't work for me and him because I'm just not that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like I try to help everyone out, and Bruce always had like a,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like anyone who knows him, you know, just kind of like grumpy fucking old man, and he wasn't
Depends
even
what
old.
kind of mood he's in. Either he fucking don't like you or he hasn't seen you in a long time. He misses you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. fucking Bruce.
He's not the same anymore though,
Yeah.
bro.
Where's he at now?
He lives in Colorado.
Oh shit.
And me and him started reconnecting, bro. His attitude is a lot more humble, and you know, I'm proud to say he's my friend. And but he got sick too, dude. And you know, they had to amputate one of his feet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
now he
baby's-
really is a pirate.
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, he had Shipwreck when he was here, right? That was his place. Yeah, that was a nice place, man. When they had it over there by Neverheart,
Yeah.
the new spot.
Use the bathroom.
Yeah, it's back here in the back.
Can't even hold his bladder, bro. Don't
what happens when you
shit
get
in
old,
it either,
man.
bro. But no, you know, Bruce, he's good people too, man. His whole family's really nice, dude. I always got along with them really nice. His dad was super nice. And
Yeah,
his mom was just the sweetest lady ever.
yeah,
And he had a brother like me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I don't think his brother was as bad as my brother.
yeah. Wayne's I love Wayne, man. Wayne's a good dude, but he just, you know Wayne, man.
He's doing good now, though,
That's
so I
good,
give him
man.
credit. You know, he's holding the job down, and took him to lunch today and fed him.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
You have grandkids now too, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old, bro. I'm old. I got a little grandson and a little granddaughter.
Uh-huh.
From one of my daughters. My daughter's got a boy, and Steven's got a little girl.
Yeah. How does that make you feel, man?
Oh, I love them, dude.
Yeah.
They're
Spoil
awesome.
the shit out of them.
I try, dude. You know, the little girl, she lives here. My grandson lives in Alabama, and whenever she was, let me see what Twinkie says. She oh, he said he's here. He'll liven up the party for sure. Her mom didn't. She was like an introvert, bro, and so my son kind of became that way too, and so they didn't really do too much shit. So I didn't really get to see her that much. You know what I mean? And they've since split up, and now I see her all the time, dude. It's awesome.
That's badass.
Yeah, he got They went and did the whole custody thing to where he's got her now. Not all, you know, like they worked out something, and then so it's pretty cool, man.
Badass,
It's
man.
pretty cool. We structured his hours around it now to where he can come to work and do his thing, and then go take care of my granddaughter.
Yeah. So what made you start your own tattoo shop?
Man, dude, I worked for that dude for 13 years. You know what I mean? And then I did my own thing for like a year before that, and just thought it was time, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and my ex-wife, she her dad, man, he loaned me 15 grand,
Yeah.
and I did it with that.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
pretty tight, man.
$15,000, man. And I told him, I said, give me the money. I'll make a tattoo shop, and I'll make it work, and I'll take care of your daughter. And I did, man. I took care of her, and I took care of the kids till they made it out of high school. And then me and her just couldn't work out, you know?
Yeah.
So, but
Y'all were together for a long time too, huh?
we split up 1 month shy of our 20th wedding anniversary.
Damn. It's crazy.
And we were together for like a year or two before that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy life, man. But she's doing good now. We're still friends.
That's good, man. You were at the Trade Center for a long time too, huh?
13 years.
13 years at the Trade Center too, man.
I think that's what really put me on the map, to be honest with
Yeah.
you, bro. Like, I run into people all the time, and they all expect me to remember them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel bad that I don't, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? But if they show me the tattoo, usually
You remember.
it'll spark up something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just tattooed so many people there, bro. Like I couldn't even put a number on it if I tried. Like, and I met so many people, and like people hit all the time, dude. Everywhere I go, man. Like my fiance now, she's like, she gets a kick out of it, dude, because it's like she's with the celebrity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we get to hook up everywhere, and
Yeah.
you know how it goes. But it's been good. Corpus has been good to me. I mean, there are good parts, and then there's some bad parts. You know what I mean? Like,
You're
gotta
thinking
take-
about tattooing at the Trade Center again?
dude, I opened another shop in the Trade Center.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when I was there,
I
you were there
did.
for a
I
little
opened
while.
another shop there, and we had it there for a little bit, and then they sold the Trade Center to some
Yeah.
company, dude, and they wanted to raise the rent, dude, and what they wanted to charge me, I could just get a building outside, and I'm like,
know.
really? Fridays, no one goes.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, right? And it's so I'm gonna pay that much money for 2 days a week. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's crazy,
that
man.
doesn't work for me, you know.
Yeah, when I had both restaurants in there, I was paying, man, dude, I was paying $2,700 a month.
Dude, and then the air conditioner never
Oh,
fucking
man.
worked, bro. And they didn't want to fix it. You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean? And it's like, it's a sauna in this bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fat, dude. Like, you know what I mean? There was probably more grease and fat tats than there was at your place, dude. I was sweating my ass off. I had a fan up there and everything, dude.
Yeah.
And then we would get busy and the people would block the air and I'm back there hyperventilating and shit.
Yeah, it was hot in there, man.
It was
crazy.
bad, dude. And I don't know if it's any better. I
I
mean,
doubt it, man.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I know they redid the parking lot. They make it look good from the outside and just to trick you.
Yeah, just to make you come inside. When you go inside, it's a fucking sauna in there. They said last time when I was leaving, they said that by law that they don't have to get.
Yeah, I know. I saw
It was
that.
a
They sent an
luxury.
email out to
Yeah.
everybody that by law they didn't have to put the AC for the tenants.
Yeah,
that
it was a
air
luxury.
conditioning was a luxury. I'm like, we're in South Texas, bro.
Fucking
Like
TDC,
air
like,
conditioning is a necessity, man. Shit. That's
Oh,
crazy, dude. That they had the balls to send out that email,
Yeah,
dude.
for
Like,
real. Man, I remember I was fucking pissed, man. I remember whenever when the power went out, it happened at my restaurant, right? We were cooking. There was water coming from the side of the wall. I was like, what the hell? And it was a panel, and the panel was like about an inch and a half sticking out, right? And I looked behind it. There's all these water coming down the wall. All these wires were behind it, and I was like, man, I don't know about this, you know? So I went over there and I told the maintenance guy, and I said, hey, man, there's a lot of water back there. There's a lot of wires. He went back to look. It'll be all right. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
those dudes didn't give
Yeah,
a
they
shit,
didn't give
bro.
a shit, man. Well, what happened was, the rain flooded on top of the roof.
Yeah.
Their water pump messed up, and the owner didn't want to buy one. So the water built up on top of the ceiling. So when it rained, there was a hard rain. It built up with the water that was already in there. So all that water came through, and it hit up all those breaker boxes and all that. And that's why, like, I remember when I told him 3 hours later, it was like 9 o'clock. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours later, it was 1 o'clock. The power went out. Pop! Right? And then...
And you think they reimbursed us for the rent?
no,
for not being able
hell
to
no,
work?
they didn't. Dude, and me, oh, man, it was a big old mess with me because check this out. So what happened was, that happened. And I said, so what do I do? Do I get my food out of here? And he tells me, oh, no, man. He goes, AP's on the way. It'll be on in 3 hours. All right, cool, whatever, right? So I go home. It happened on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He calls me. The manager calls me. Hey, man, you might want to get down here. He goes, your place smells really bad. We still don't have no power. I'm like, oh my God. Dude, I had to throw away so much food that was there that I had. I had a freezer full of briskets and stuff. And I threw away so much.
And if they would have
shit.
told you that
Yeah, I would have pulled it out there,
yeah.
but they said, "Oh, it'll be on in 3 hours." So me and one of the owners that are there, he says he's the owner, Mohammed, the one in the back, the jewelry guy. He said he was the owner. I want to go talk to him. I said, "Hey man, so y'all gonna reimburse me?" "Oh no, we're already gonna give you half off." I said, "How can you give me half off of what you already owe me? Like this month is already paid for, you know. We were only here 2 weeks." You know, so they saying they're giving you half, and the next month's coming off. It's still the same. You know what I mean? Like I already paid for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were arguing, whatever, and he goes, "Wow, I can't help you." I said, "Well, then you know what?" I said, "You know what, motherfucker, you need to stop telling people you're the owner. Then if you can't do shit, you're not the owner." I said, "Stop telling people you're the owner." He was mad, dude. And the main owner came down, man. We got into it back. We almost got in a fist fight, man.
Dude, whenever I decided to move my shop out of there, the second one I opened, they didn't want to let my fucking workers take the shit out of there. And my rent was paid.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll be right up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I go up there and the guy's like, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm taking my shit. And he's like, well, you can't do that. I said, what do you mean? You can tell me what I can do with my own shit when my rent's paid? Like,
Yeah.
you can't tell me what I can take in and out of here, bro. My rent's paid. We need this stuff at my other tattoo shop, so we're going to take it over there for right now. And what? And he's like, well, you're coming back, right? Yeah, I'm coming back, bro.
Yeah, fuck
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Yeah, they do that. They a lot of people, they either kick out or they can't pay the rent. They keep all their shit,
Yeah,
and they have
they keep
garage
their
sales
shit,
in the
yeah.
back and sell everybody's
Hell
stuff.
yeah, they did. They got that back corner with all that shit in it that they took from people.
Yep. That's how they do it, man. They're
Dude, every time it would rain, I would have buckets in my booth to catch the leaky roof, dude. It was just bad, bro.
yeah,
like,
that place is ghetto, man.
but I
Crazy
mean, back
ghetto.
whenever we had it with Abel, we paid like $400 a month,
Yeah,
bro,
I know.
forever. You know what I mean? So $400, $100 a weekend.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
But I mean, when they're wanting to charge me $1,400 for a 12 by 12 spot,
Yeah, that's
I
ridiculous.
don't
Man.
think so, bro. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun, man. I remember I'd go hang out with you at the Trade Center on the weekends back in the days, man, when I was young and shit.
It was
Just to do
exciting, bro. We had some good times, man.
something. Yeah.
I had to kick some people out of there before too. And,
All drunk and shit.
dude, I beat one dude up pretty good. Smashed his head into one of those posts.
Yeah.
But because he called my wife a bitch. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like
yeah.
she was doing paperwork, and the way that we did it was you would come in, you would put your name on the list, and in order, you know, that's how we did it, right? If depending on how many people were in front of you is how long you had to wait. I'm only one fucking person, you know what I mean? Like, and I was tattooing and piercing, so I was like getting it all in there, you know what I mean? And he comes in like an hour and a half later. He's like, "Is it my turn yet?" And she's like, "You didn't even give me your information to put you on the list, and I told you had to be on the list." He's like, "What? That's fucking bullshit." Like he started talking shit to her, and I'm like, "Look, bro, just leave. Like, go somewhere else. Get there's other places in here. Go get tattooed." You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be in here yelling and screaming in front of people. And then he said something that pissed me off, and I'd already started getting up. And then he goes, "You need to get your bitch in check." And I'm like, he started walking out of the shop real quick, and I walked up behind him, and I'm like, "What did you say?" And I grabbed him by his hair and went right into the pole, knocked him out, dude. And I was picking him up off the ground, and security drug him out of there.
Yeah. Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, you can't. Man, I've had some good times in tattooing. Wildside was, everyone worked at Wildside, dude. Spidey, Alan,
Mala suerte.
Gabriel Flores, Mala Suerte. I didn't know he never.
I thought Johnny did work
I don't
there.
think he did, bro. I don't think so. He worked at Forever Art when he moved down from Chicago.
For real? I thought he was there.
No, I think he started at Forever Art. But he used to come around a lot.
Yeah.
Like we all used to hang out back then. It was cool, man. Like the only ones that really didn't hang out were the ones that worked at Electro Art,
Yeah.
because Bruce really didn't let them associate with anyone else.
No shit.
But that's the way it was
Yeah.
back then. You know what I mean? And now I get it, because it's hard to find tattoo artists, and you don't want to lose them to another shop, you know.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna go, they're gonna go, dude. You can't stop them.
Yeah, you can't stop him, man.
But yeah, everyone worked there, man. And then Mario didn't want to pull his weight, and Abel's like, "Hey, man, I bought this building right down the street. If y'all want to, we can just close this one down and move right over there." And I don't think he's lying about part of that, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
But he it was just good times, man. Like I remember hanging out like when you remember Typo Negative?
Yeah.
Back when they had this little place on it's a VFW now, dude. It used to be like a little venue where they had rock bands and shit.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Mark Benavides went over there, and Typo was playing, and all the dudes were at the stage. There was like a group of little dudes. It wasn't even that many people, bro, but there was like a group of people just right at the stage, and they were like doing all that shit. And Mark goes, "Bro, I bet you won't just go dive on those motherfuckers." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I dare you, bro." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." I fucking dove on him, dude. They fucking knocked down the microphones. The keyboard fell over. Everything, bro. They had to stop the show for like 15 minutes to put everything back up. They didn't kick me out, though, dude.
Yeah.
They didn't kick me out. It was funny. Look, I started my own little pit.
You gave him his first tattoo on my arm, a huge Z decades ago. Still looking good tomorrow. Everyone knows the Z. Stay blessed.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. He said Daniel's dropping a deuce.
Yeah. Run.
Oh man. Yeah. And then I ended up raising my nephew too. My son, my mom had him,
Yeah.
Speaking back to family, my mom had him, and when she passed away, that's the only real thing she really had to leave me, bro, was my nephew.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I got robbed in that deal, but turned out to be a good kid.
Yeah,
man.
he seems like a good kid.
He's a
man.
good kid.
Yeah. How
Last
old is he
night,
now?
he's 22, I think.
Yeah.
22.
Damn,
23.
that's crazy, man. I remember when they were little.
Dude, he took my truck to the races on Saturday night, and that big rat rod I got.
Yeah.
And somehow he got a parking place right in the front, bro. And the owner of the racetrack saw it, and got Michael Wayne to go last night, dude. And Bertha was the pace car. It's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah.
I got some videos of it.
Yeah.
They said they played the national anthem and it drove around, and then on the very last race, like the final race for the winner take all thing, it was a pace car to start the race.
That's
pretty
fucking badass, man. Yeah, that's a badass truck,
That's
man.
pretty cool, man.
How is it on gas?
You would be, dude. That truck is better on gas than my new one.
No
It
shit.
gets 30 miles to the gallon, bro.
God damn. You would think it would burn a lot of gas. It's a
diesel.
motherfucking monster, man.
Yeah, but it's I don't know how it does it either, bro. But
Yeah.
I've done the whole math where how many gallons you put in and how far you go, and then how many gallons when you put more gas, how much it used. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And comes out to about 30 gallons.
That's badass, man. Shit.
Can't beat that, dude.
Yeah.
And work's been good, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I can't complain, bro. Work's been really, really good. We've been stupid busy lately, man. Only holds 2 gallons.
No, I want to say it holds like 20.
Yeah, like a regular truck. Yeah,
But-
nah, we've been nonstop busy, man. We've been. Ain't gonna lie, man. I get tired, bro. It's hot in that kitchen now that it's getting hotter, and then everything's on, stoves on, fryers
Dude,
on,
it's been
grills
so
on.
hot, bro. Like, you walk outside, you instantly start sweating. bro.
Yeah. And we got
Instantly.
that humidity over here too, so it's like that sticky sweat, man. It sucks.
And then because I wear glasses, I get back in the truck and my shit fogs up.
Oh yeah, fast.
When I get out of the truck, it fogs up, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
That's what I need. I need to get glasses, man. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. I haven't worn glasses like in 2 years, man, because it's just.
you don't want to look sophisticated.
No, it's not that. It's just they're expensive, bro. And then like the other ones, I have some, but they're all scratched up, all scuffed up, and so I just haven't worn them. But I need to, man.
Dude, I scratch my shit on the first day, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I just pay the extra, and you could take them back.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna scratch the new ones, so it's like they have to be really scratched up for me to take
For
them
real,
back.
man. Yeah, man. Shit. So how long you own Fat Tats already?
Dude, in February of 26 will be 20 years that we've
God
been
damn,
open.
dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem like it's been that long. bro. Like,
You started over there in Everhart next to the lady that would have made chicharrones out of you.
you remember that? The snowball lady? And then we ended up becoming best friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he used to talk shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, she was a Vito lady, bro.
I'm like, what the fuck did I ever do to you,
Yeah, I
man?
went over there,
Like,
got some snow cones, and she said, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna make chicharrones out of his ass."
should have made a lot of chicharrones back then, bro, because I was big.
Yeah, that was funny, man. That was back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, I had good times there too, and that's what really taught me about the whole being picky about location and being picky about your landlords,
Yeah,
because and it's hard to get a landlord, bro, that's worth the shit,
Man, you
because they
ain't lying,
start off
man.
badass, and then before you know it,
they don't want to.
the
fix
ones that I got,
nothing.
the ones that I had at the location I'm at now, they were badass, bro. I became real good friends with them. Like, whenever I saw that building that I'm at now, it was vacant, and I hit up the number on it, and I talked to the dude that they had that was selling it for them, because they weren't going through a big realty company here. They had an individual dude taking care of it, and I talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, that sounds good, blah blah blah. Let me talk to them, and then he's like, no. He came back to me. He's like, no. They said they got some people that are interested in it, blah blah blah. I was like, all right. So a few more months go by, still vacant.
Yeah,
And I'm like, so I call him up and I'm like, so where's these people that were interested in it, dude? I'm ready right now. Let's do this.
do it.
And he just happened to be at dinner with them.
Mhm.
And he goes, they want to go by and see the tattoo shop that you have now before they decide whether they're going to let you move in. Because, I mean, that's the best location in that whole shopping center, right there on the corner, you know? And they came over to the shop, and I had it nice, bro. I had like some velvet curtains hanging over the window, and I had some nice furniture to sit down on and chill with a rug. And it was nice, bro. It was a nice atmosphere in there. And the wife, she was the biggest one being picky, bro. And she was like, I did not expect it to be like this in here. Like, she just old school thinking, you know what I mean? And they were like, yeah, we'll do something with you. And then I negotiated it to where I got, you know, like 2 or 3 months free rent to do the build out, and which worked out perfect because I bought my signs and stuff up there. And
were you scared at first?
I'm scared of everything, bro. Like I told you, I got anxiety, dude. So my mind is it's always working. You know what I mean? And most of the time it's for the good, but sometimes it just don't stop. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I overthink shit, which it works out good for me sometimes because I figure it out.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's harmful to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was shitting bricks, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But it was gonna be so awesome because my son was gonna tattoo there, my daughter was gonna body pierce. It was gonna be a family business. You know what I mean? I had a couple workers that had stuck with me, and it was just gonna be badass, like Rudy Serrano.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows.
Yeah, Rudy tattooed me there. Yeah.
He's the beast of Corpus Christi, one of them, you know, and just, I can't say enough good things about that dude. And then I got one with me right now. They call him Conejo. And that dude, man, he's stuck with me through thick and thin. You know, some people don't like him, but you know what? When everyone else burned off, he stayed there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's got my back, and he's always had my back, and that means a lot to me. You know what I mean? And he told me the other day that he was serious when he was talking about, I don't know how serious he was, but he told me he wants me to adopt him. I told him I would, bro. He's like a son to me, dude. Like, that dude's helped me out through good times and bad times, and he's workhorse.
It's hard,
dude. That dude is there. Like he's the first one there, the last one to leave, bro. Like every day.
His taste in TV sucks.
His taste in TV does suck, dude. You know, he's all gangster too, like you, with the appearance like you do, and fucking dude watches 90 Day Fiance and fucking the Kardashians, and dude, he will binge watch my 600-pound life.
Yeah.
I swear to God, dude.
Damn.
And he keeps it like a freezer in there, dude. Like my customers, like our regulars, they bring blankets and shit.
Shit.
But it's a fun atmosphere, bro, that we all cut back against each other and talk shit, and just it's a good time, dude. You know what I mean? So we keep our customers like that. And I've been fortunate, man. Like people that I tattoo, I become friends with, man.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of them lifelong friends, you know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah.
And just, it's my clientele is a good clientele. I'm real happy with the people that I've tattooed, and I mean, I can't say too much more about that, dude. Like they're great people, and they bring me business, and they tip me well. And like that post that I put on Facebook about me being out of work because I just had that heart procedure, and that I wanted some people to put me to work, you know. I'm not one for charity. I don't want people to be doing barbecue benefits for me and shit. Like I don't need that. I'll figure out a way to get it done, but let me work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I put that post out there, and man, that shit was shared like almost 350 times.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, like the love that I got from that post. You know what I mean? You get love, but then you get the people who want to talk shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It's always
like,
gonna be there, man. Same thing with me, man. Like whenever I had my daughter's quinceañera, it was last minute, and you know, a lot of family didn't offer to help, or they didn't want to help, or backed out at the last minute. So I had to, you know, I already told my daughter, hey, we're gonna do it. So I had to come out of pocket shit. I don't give a fuck. I made posts for raffles, for briskets, or for this and that. It's not a handout, man. I'm just trying to, just trying to make it work.
You're making shit for it. You're doing work.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
ain't ask for no handouts.
and like shit gets back to me. It always gets back to me, bro. You hear other tattoo artists that have worked for me in the past, and they're like, oh, like he's not doing so fucking good now. Why are you hating on me, motherfucker?
But it's not that.
Like,
our procedure is fucking thousands and thousands of dollars,
bro.
man.
The thing is like, don't be mad at me because I've fucking gotten out and done something for myself.
Yeah.
You have the same fucking opportunities. You're just as good of a tattoo artist as I am. Why don't you have your own shit?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, fuck, you got people that suck ass, bro, that got tattoo shops.
Yeah.
If they can do it, why can't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
But you want to hate on me because I fucking did it? You know what I mean? Like, pull your finger out of your ass and do it.
Yeah, I know. I trust, man. I know how that goes, bro.
You know, it's like everyone's got an opinion about something, but no one wants to fucking, you know, half the people talk shit. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it takes balls to own your own business and making it work, man, especially when it's mom and pops. Oh, my
And
God.
dude, like me, I don't have no family, bro. Like, I don't have people to fall back on if something goes bad, dude. If I lose it, I lose it. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's dependent on me. My son works there. Conejo works there. Fucking, I got other workers that work there.
Yeah.
If the shop closes, I got to worry about them, dude. You know, they got families. They got to take care of their shit, you know? And I worry about that shit. I worry about it constantly. And I've worried about everyone that's worked there, whether they work there now or not. You know what I mean? Like, I had one of my artists, and I'll say her by name because she's gotten really good. Fucking Jesse. She's gotten really good, and I'm proud of her, dude. Heidi.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh, yeah. I remember. She's working with you again?
Dude, no, she's not working with me.
Oh.
Man. I help get her going. You know what I mean? Like, she had anxiety just like me. At the end of the night, I'd give her a ride home. I'd sit in the truck with her and we'd talk for hours, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it was therapeutic to both of us.
Yeah.
But, you know, like she found something better and she went. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But she's gotten really good, dude, and she's doing good for herself. And she reached out to me the other day and she had drawn me a picture of me as a mermaid. And I thought that was cool, man, because I haven't really talked to her. If I see her out and about, like, I'll tell her hi and we'll talk a little bit. But we don't really talk back and forth. And she sent me that, and I thought that was really cool, man. And I told her how proud I was of her and that I love her, dude. I love everyone that's worked for me, dude. I love everybody, period. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. Always been that way. Give you the shirt off my back, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But never fails, bro.
The
more you do, the more they talk shit. You know?
I already know.
And, you know, when I was a lot younger, I got accused of some shit that wasn't true and couldn't afford it to fight it because I was poor as fuck, like I said earlier. You know what I mean? And my boss Abel at the time paid $1,500 for me a lawyer, and dude, court went on for 2 years. Could you imagine being a lawyer and working for 2 fucking years for the same amount of money?
He's gonna do the bare minimum, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck. He just wanted it to be done. And I used to give him rides to court, bro. Like it was an Alice. I used to give him rides to court.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking attorney needs a ride? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so when it came time to do jury duty, they offered me a plea bargain, which was deferred adjudication. And a lot of people don't know what that is. I know you do. You know, they tell you that you do whatever you're supposed to do on probation, and then after that, it's off your record.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty much expunged, right? So he takes me in the room and he says, "Look, these are the people," and I'll tell you, it was a sex crime, right?
Yeah.
With family members, and takes me into the room, and he points at this whole room full of people, dude, and he's like, "These are the people who are going to decide whether you go to prison for 5 to 99 years." Dude, I've never been in fucking jail, bro, before. Like, even whenever they told me I had a warrant for that shit, dude, I turned myself into Bruce's dad. Like, I went to jail. I paid my bail before I even went in. Like, I'd never been in trouble before, bro.
Yeah.
And he's scaring the fuck out of me, dude. I I don't have family members to give me advice. It was my mom, and she didn't know shit. And my grandma was like bedridden. You know what I mean? So who the fuck's gonna give me advice on this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he tells me, or you can do deferred adjudication, and he fucking sold me on it, bro. He's like, they're offering you 10 years. He goes, if you do everything you're supposed to, you could get off in 3. And he goes, and then it's expunged from your record, and you never have to worry about it again your whole life.
Yeah.
Bullshit, dude. Sex crimes are no fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get labeled with that shit, you're labeled with it. And it doesn't matter if people know the truth or they don't know the fucking truth. If someone makes an accusation about you, you better have money to fucking defend yourself. And that's it, bro. Period.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the money to defend yourself, you're going to get fucked, just like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I took the deferred, man, because I would rather my life be in my hands than someone else's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know I can go do probation and I can fucking get off early because I'm not a fucking troublemaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I signed on it, dude. Even though I wasn't guilty, I knew I wasn't guilty. I passed lie detector tests and shit. But they don't fuck around with that shit, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
don't.
And people think, oh, well, you know, they're soft on it. And sometimes, even me, bro, I have the same feelings that everyone else has about child molesters and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I got kids. You know what I mean? I worry about that shit too.
Yeah.
But that's not me. You know what I mean? And just, I signed for it, bro. I signed for it. And then, dude, I wasn't on probation for an hour, bro. And one of my cousins calls and one of my friends from Alice calls and he goes, hey, your cousin's here, man. They want to tell the truth. And I'm like, bro, like, where the fuck were they like 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a wrap already, dude. Like, and I called my attorney and I was like, see, I told you I wasn't fucking guilty, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And he's like, well, you can get them on recording, but, you know, since you pled, you had to plead no contest to get deferred. So it's like a big ordeal to get it reversed. And
Yeah.
it's just been a fucking nightmare, bro, because deferred for a sex crime is not deferred for any other crime.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it'll come off your record. Maybe it doesn't show as a conviction, but you still have to register. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now everyone gets on that registry and like those pages with the mug shots, dude.
Yeah.
People just get on there and try to fucking make fun of people going through
trash
bad
you as-
times,
yeah,
bro.
man, it's crazy. Man.
Bad times. And then if something happens and they get on there, oh my fucking God, bro, like, you shouldn't talk shit about that, bro. You know, blah, blah, blah. Well, what about 2 weeks ago when you were fucking trashing someone else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all go through bad shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, everyone needs help at some point.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Like, you know, I didn't know your situation until that time I was with the trade center when those two kids walked in there, whatever, and they were trying to tell you sorry that they made them say that and this and that. Like,
yeah, and you know what? I completely forgot that you had heard that. Because I try to put that shit out of my mind, bro. That shit was almost 30 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I try to put it out of my mind, dude.
but it's your haters that are gonna dig it up,
But
man.
fuck, dude. It's like it's like once or twice a year that shit'll pop up,
Yeah.
and sometimes it goes hard, sometimes it falls off real fast. But I've always tried to be real careful with my kids and not have it affect them and shit like that. Like, they never had sleepovers when they were small.
Yeah,
None
I'm
of
the
that
same
shit,
way
bro.
with my kids, man.
And then when they got a little bit older, when it became important that they wanted to do it, I would go to a convention or something and they could have a sleepover when I was out of town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't have to worry about that shit. But man, back to that shit, like, it was a wrap, dude. And then, so I got put on probation and then I moved. I was already living over here. And because went to court in Alice, they put me on probation and sent it over here. And my probation officer here, he was pretty strict with me at first. And then he realized, bro, like, nah, you don't belong here. And then, like, counseling, like, I almost never got out of that shit because I wasn't admitting to shit that I didn't do, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know everyone says they're innocent, bro.
Yeah,
it is what it
sucks,
is,
man.
bro. But I mean, I know I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
I know I'm not guilty of that shit.
If I knew you were, I wouldn't be fucking cool with you.
I
You
know
what I mean?
that, bro.
I
and
wouldn't,
like
you know?
my homeboy here, that's obviously taking a shit or something.
I think with that type.
He's known me forever, bro. Like
Yeah.
he was there when all this shit went down, dude. And he, you know, he's supposed to be in here in case it got brought up to say
Yeah.
something. But, you know, I don't know. And then the 3 years came up, and my probation officer, he's actually in charge of probation over there now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Look, dude, you're up for probation for early termination." And he goes, "I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. No one gets off early for this shit. It does not happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been doing this for 20 some years. It ain't gonna happen." And by the way, me and him are still friends,
Yeah.
you know? And he goes, "It ain't gonna happen." But he goes, "But if anyone could do it, I went to law school with this guy named Gray. That dude's my angel." You know what I mean? Gray, and he knows everyone over there, you know. If anyone could get it done, it's him. He goes, "I'll give you the best letter I can give you next to saying I think that you should be set free."
Yeah.
And he did. He wrote me a great letter, and Gray petitioned the court for early release, and it got put off because of it was an election season.
Yeah.
And Gray's like, "We don't want to do it during election time, bro, because it's a sex crime, and they're not wanting to take a chance on you." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we put it off till they wouldn't put it off anymore, dude. And we had to do it. And we went to court, and I had some people come speak for me that like my old boss Abel, like his mom actually drove to Alice and spoke for me in court,
Yeah.
bro. And that meant a lot. And the judge, when it come time, he goes, "Look, dude," I was on the stand, and he looks me straight in the eyes, and he goes, "You don't deserve to be on this." He goes, "I'm going to let you go." He goes, "But don't make me look like a fucking idiot."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he told me just like that, dude. You know, "You don't deserve to be here."
Yeah.
And dude, it felt so good to go back over there and say that I got fucking let off, dude, to go to the counseling classes, because all those guys were talking shit, telling me it would never fucking happen.
Yeah, because usually you have to admit to it to
get-
work the program.
yes,
and to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got off, and you know, supposed to be taken off my record, but guess what?
I'm still fucking.
And you know, the attorney never once told me about the sex offender registry.
No.
No,
I
never.
don't think that guy knew what he was doing, man.
Those words never came out of his mouth, bro. You know, he should have told me, "You're gonna have to register for life," because then maybe it would have swayed me another way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if I know that all I got to do is just do what I'm supposed to be doing anyway, and that after so many years it'll be off my shit, and I can go live a normal fucking life again, I'm gonna do that, dude. I don't know. And if someone says that they wouldn't, they're fucking lying, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could sit here and you could say, "Oh, I'm fucking innocent and I'm fighting that shit." And you'll end up in fucking prison because they don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, they don't.
You know what I mean? And so that's been my life, man. It's been fucked up, and I've become successful despite it. You know what I mean? And in spite of it, and
You ever feel like taking it back to court and try to get it off?
dude, I've looked it up. I have tried. I have tried, and because of the deferred fucks me.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be my fucking savior,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be the fucking thing that just ruined it. You know what I mean? Because you plead no contest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and yeah, dude, like I said, I completely forgot that you were there and you heard that shit. Because when they came there, I had them kicked out of there,
Yeah, I
dude,
remember.
because
Yeah.
I couldn't be around them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't even want to hear what they had to say. And then probably 6 years ago, maybe, he tried to friend me on Facebook, bro. Like, I'm like, fuck, dude, just leave me alone, dude.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to leave me alone. Let me do my shit and let me be happy and help people like I always fucking do.
One of the biggest things about sex offenders, and what thing that looks good for you too, sex offenders, bro, it's a perverted sickness. It doesn't go away. They always do it. You don't have no fucking cases from 30 years from now.
Dude, I've never been in
what I mean?
trouble since. I got one criminal mischief that was dropped because I got road rage with someone.
Yeah, and I won't ever back up anybody, man. I did for you because I know for a fact it's not true. You know what I mean? I had people hit me up and ask me, dude, it ain't fucking true. I know it looks bad, especially everybody talking shit, whatever. It's mostly your fucking haters.
Dude, other tattoo shops, bro, that's the first fucking thing. Like, I've had customers come in and they're like, yeah, they were talking all about you in the shop. And I'm like, why, dude? Does that make you look better? Do you think that you're stealing my customers?
Yeah.
What do you think, dude? Like, I mean, yeah, eventually it's going to take a toll. It's taking a toll. I'm here talking about it now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to be here defending myself, trying to clear my name or whatever we call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But fuck, dude. Like, if people are going to talk shit about me, at least now they know what happened. And they can make their own decision if they want to talk shit. Yeah. Because it ain't true. It never was true. You heard it out of their own mouths.
Yeah, I heard it. That's
the
only reason why I'm backing you up. Because if not, I just I wouldn't even talk to you.
I mean, you could see how bad it gets at times, bro. Yeah. Like, I've lost artists after artist. Like, they want to leave. Like this last batch that left, bro. They wanted to leave because another shop had booth rental. For no other reason, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not going to mention any names. One of them worked for me for a really long time. We're both friends with him. Worked for me for a really long time. I've done everything for this dude, bro. Like, I'm going to read something to you since we're here. I want you to know how fast it turns, bro. And when he started working there, he knew about it. And I tried to sit him down and I tried to explain everything to him, but he's like, no, I'm not worried about it, bro. I know who you are. But when he wants to leave to go get booth rental, he uses that as an excuse because it works, right? It's an easy target. No one wants to work for a pedophile. I get it. You know what I mean? But he knows that's not me. Everyone that knows me knows that's not me. Yeah. This is a post that he had posted in 22, bro. He goes, big man, it's been a year already. Thank you, bro, from the bottom of my heart for everything you've ever done for me. You've picked me up when I was down. You brought me to another level. You showed me so much wisdom. Also led by example the whole time, treated me as family. You were forever my family, praying hands. Thank you, bro. I love you, man. And now he's talking shit that I'm a pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm not going to go around fucking getting mad and trying to start fights and shit because...
Yeah, that has to be fucking frustrating, man.
It's bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, all I can do is keep trying to push forward. I made it this far in the tattoo industry. I've done pretty good for myself. It's time to pass the torch to my son. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the works. So I'm going to try to open him a shop. And it's going to be booth rental. So all these people who couldn't work for me can work for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
But they know the truth, bro. They know.
Yeah.
They wake up in the morning. I sent when that popped up, I screenshot it. I sent it to him. He didn't have nothing to say about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They won't because it's like you said, it's what you're doing for them right now that matters. It's not about tomorrow or yesterday.
I heard that saying a long time ago, man. You're only as good as what you did yesterday. That's it. And we'll go past that. And it's true, man. I've helped a lot of people out, bro. And when I really needed help.
And dude, like on that Corpus People being Corpus People page, they've been ranting about pedophiles on there. And I get it. Like I said, I have the same fucking views of it, dude. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I've been to classes with some of these guys, and I know some of them, I'm not going to say they're good people, but I mean, there is instances where they're like me, you know what I mean? And you never know for a fact.
Check it out, hold on real quick. My first trial when I was young, one of my witnesses, they use him because he was 17 years old. And when they're that age, they go by whatever they say, even without fucking evidence. This guy was the witness to put me away for 60 years, bro, because the whole gang shit, you know what I mean? And because he was 17, the DA was using him, you know, and my shit wasn't sick. It was drugs and gangbang and shit, right?
I wish it was that, dude. If I would have killed someone, no one would even give a fuck about what I've done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy shit. They don't have a registry for fucking people who murder people. Yeah. Like, but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's kids. They're innocent. I mean, fuck. I got my own kids.
He was a key witness in my case, man. Like, because of his age. And my lawyer told me, he goes, "Hey, you're kind of screwed, man." I was like, "Why?" He's a minor. He's 17. He's not 18 yet. He goes, you know, there has to be no evidence at all. All he has to do is take the stand and tell the jury this, and that. He goes, and it's going to be hard to do it. You know, that case cost me $55,000, man. My first sentence was 60 to life. They had me for attempted capital murder, aggravated robbery, tamper with evidence, and organized crime. That's the 4 charges they hit me with. And it was some serious shit. I was young. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, like I won't be here for the rest of my life, you know?
Dude, I guarantee you, bro, like, there's no one that's watching this podcast, bro. No one that thinks that the judicial system is fucking perfect.
No, it's not, man. I did an interview with the guy a couple months ago that he did 26 years in prison for a murder he didn't even fucking do.
It's all about wins and losses, bro. That's it. If they can get you to sign off on something, then that's a win. You know what I mean? And that's a good win for them because they don't have to go through all the extra shit that goes with it.
Yeah, my lawyer told me, he goes, man, we're gonna have to try to do something, man. He goes, if you take it to trial, bro, he's like, you're gonna be there till you're old. I'm like, fuck, man. So took a lot of shit, man. But you know what they gave me. But dude,
like I didn't come from a neighborhood where I knew a bunch of people who were in and out of jail or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't around it. Like my stepdad was on probation for stupid shit when we were kids, but like that was the extent of it, dude. Like, and for that shit to be happening to me, like I did not know what to fucking do, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I was scared, bro. Like I actually thought that I was going to go to fucking prison, bro. And you don't want to go to prison for that shit, dude.
Fuck
and
no.
you know, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to go to prison at all. Much less for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck no, dude. So I fucking signed my name, quick, fast, quick, and in a fucking hurry, bro. You know what I mean? And you got people who talk shit. Like there was some lady on that Corpus People being Corpus. I was talking about. She gets on there and she runs her fucking mouth about me. I don't even know who this lady is, bro. Like, she's like, well, he has car shows for toys and he passes them out to all the fucking kids and he don't even work with Toys for Tots. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, bro. Yes. I did have car shows. I met this lady who had a foundation that worked with kids and I really appreciated her foundation, bro, because this is why, because it was like me growing up.
Yeah.
You have your people who make too much money that don't qualify for shit, right? Then you have your people who don't make hardly any money and they qualify for everything.
Yeah.
But then you got that people in the middle, bro, that are barely fucking getting by that don't qualify for this shit and can't afford that shit.
Yeah.
That's who she took care of. She made sure those kids got Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she came and proposed it to us and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I mean, I'm big in the car community. Like I can put together that shit.
Yeah.
So me and my daughter, we put it together. We got sponsors. We had a big car show. A fucking whole U-Haul trailer full of toys, bro. I never touched those fucking toys, dude.
Yeah.
The lady from Rolo's Kids, she had applications. She took those toys. She passed them out to who needed them, bro. We had car shows for school supplies. Mm-hmm. Same shit. Same lady, same foundation. She already had people filled out. She handed all the shit out. I never even touched it, bro. If anything, I took a picture in front of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this lady's talking shit, saying all this stuff, and she has no fucking clue, dude, what she's talking about.
Yeah. That's the thing, bro. People just, man,
It's
the
not
internet-
like it used to be, bro.
Yeah.
The internet, people can get on there and they can be behind the scenes, and everyone's got a fucking opinion now. Back in the day, if you had an opinion, if the person that didn't like it heard it, it punched you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
I miss those days.
I do too, bro, because there's a lot of people that I would be fighting.
Yeah. I know some guys that are straight up fucking pussies and they brag about how they talk shit online to this person, that person. I'm like, man, dude, like this fool
It
met you
doesn't
in
make
real
you
life.
look good, dude.
I
Like
know.
no one, most of the people, and I'm not saying people are all people are pussies, whatever.
Yeah.
Some of these people that are talking shit, maybe, you know, we meet up, they beat my ass.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I guarantee you fucking 80% of the people that talk shit about me would not say a fucking thing to my face. Dude.
Yeah, that's true.
They would not.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm going to fight them or anything. I'll sit them down, I'll talk with them, and I'll tell them what fucking happened, just like I'm doing with you right now. And they can make an educated decision whether they like me or not. I don't give a fuck. We don't have to be friends. I'm not going to your house and hanging around your fucking family.
Yeah.
I work in a business that's 18 and up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to feed my family, dude. Like, you talking shit, yeah, it fucking hampers my shit a little bit, but I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still gonna fucking do it, dude.
You gotta, I know it's hard with that whole deferred thing, but you gotta find yourself a lawyer.
Dude,
or something.
I'm telling you, bro. I tried. There's a lawyer here that whenever that judge was putting signs in people's yards, he had that dude held for contempt of court.
Yeah.
He ain't no joke with it, dude, and he specialized in it, and he's the one. I paid for a consultation with him, and he read all my shit, and he told me, he goes, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's nothing you can fucking do about it.
Yeah, I try to do the same thing with my shit, try to get my gun rights back and all that, and try to get my shit expunged, whatever. Because every time they ran my name in, the gang thing popped up, and I would tell them, "Hey, man, I'm not a gang member no more. Like I want that off. I hate that when I get pulled over, a cop comes up as soon as he runs my name, step out of the vehicle, and then they want to come and check my whole vehicle, and I'm there for like 30, 45 minutes to an hour. You know what I mean, waiting and stuff, like because oh, you're a gang member, you got this, you do this and that, and it's like, dude, I don't even live that life no more,
for the
man.
first year my son was born, I couldn't even live with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, my daughter, for
Yeah.
the first year that we had her, I couldn't live with her. My mom took care of her for me. So we would stay over there till she went to bed. I would go to my house, sleep, wake up before she woke up, and be back at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so it didn't affect, so she didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
I don't know the whole story of what happened or what. I just remember, like I said, I remember those kids went over there and started, trying to tell you that they were sorry and this and that. Like what started all that shit anyway?
My mom and her brother were having a family feud, right? And my mom, because the kids had actually cried out to my mom and said, hey, he's doing this, he's doing that. So my mom turned him into CPS. So CPS removed him from the house for like a month. And then I don't know what happened, bro. He moved back. I don't know if they knew he was back. I don't know if he was okay to be back. I don't know if they told him he could be back. I don't know. I didn't care at the time because all I was worried about, I was working, bro. I was just working, going to school, working, fucking taking care of my shit. And so Christmas comes and he kicks my grandma out, dude, because dude, I don't remember what the rent there was. It couldn't have been much, maybe $800 a month. He was charging her $400 a month for a fucking little room, dude. It wasn't even the master bedroom with the bathroom, bro. It was a little room. And Christmas came and she asked him if she could skip rent that month so that she could buy her grandkids fucking gifts. And he kicked her out. So I came, found him a house. Dude, the house was barely bigger than this fucking room, bro. And we lived in it. I would drive back and forth to Corpus and Tattoo, and he had caught wind that I'd gotten a house over here and was moving him over here, and then that's when all that popped off. They accused you of this and that, and I had a cop that we had tattooed call me, and he goes, "Hey B," he goes, "I need to talk to you," and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, what's up?" And he goes, I need to talk to you. And he showed me the report. It was before it was even an indictment. It was just a report. And he goes, "This is what they're saying about you, bro." And I go, "So what happens now, dude? Like, what happens? Because I don't know, bro. I don't know." And he goes, "Well, they'll look it over and they'll see if it's an indictment. And I mean, if you get accused of that shit, you're gonna get indicted on it, bro. It doesn't fucking matter." And if they indict you, well, then there will be a warrant. And he goes, I'll call you if I find out anything, bro." And he's the one that called me and told me that there was a warrant. And so I turned myself in. But they accused me of doing that shit. The same thing that my mommy turned him in for, they accused me of doing.
No shit. Damn, man.
Because I was funding the family. I was funding the move. That no worse way to get to her than what hit her in her pocketbook. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was the one paying for everything. They can't survive without me. You know what I mean? So they tried to take the head off the snake. You know what I mean? Didn't work. I still moved them over here. I still worked. I still fucking supported them. I paid for that fucking, I paid Abel back for that attorney. I paid for that attorney. I fucking went and got fucked in court, and I dealt with that the rest of my life too, but it did not fucking work. You know what I mean? They did not keep me down. It's not going to happen, bro. Like, if I'm not doing this, I'll be doing something else. Regardless, I'm feeding my fucking family, and I'm going to be happy about it, dude. You know what I mean? People can talk shit. Talk shit to me. Don't tell other people. Don't get on Facebook like a bitch. Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a problem with me? You got a problem with what I was accused of? Talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Period. And it's not a threat. I'm not saying I'm going to fight anybody. Talk to me.
Yeah.
And if you come to the same conclusion after we sit down and talk, then talk away, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I really don't care anymore, dude. Like, that's the point that I'm at right now.
Yeah.
People that I really cared for are doing it, and people that I've been there for that I've done without to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are talking shit about me. It's enough, dude. It's enough. And it's like you said, bro, it's enough. Like, I heard this. Fucking come on the podcast, clear your fucking name.
Yeah.
This probably is not going to clear my name, bro. Like, if we're being honest about it, there's still people that are going to talk shit, and it is what it is, bro. Like, there's some people that no matter what you say, you ain't going to please, bro. You know what I mean? But I know what I did, and you know what I didn't do, and everyone that loves me and is close to me and my family and everybody, they know. So it is what it is,
It's rough, man, especially when your face is out in public. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Can you imagine how successful my business would be if my face was out in public? Because I don't do that. I don't do commercials with me on it. I don't do ads with me on it. I've always tried to get my daughter to be the face of the shop or get my son to be the face of the shop.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put myself out there and bring heat on everyone else.
Yeah.
Because it will, dude. People will fucking talk shit, bro. I don't know why they feel the need to do that. Their life is less meaningless than everyone, that they got to sit and just talk shit on the internet, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. But can you imagine, bro? Like, I would have taught my son Pee-wee football. Like, I would have done all kinds of shit, dude. Like, I love that, dude. I love my kids. You know what I mean? And I got kicked out of my kids' jiu-jitsu. Well, I didn't get kicked out. My son was in jiu-jitsu. I put him in jiu-jitsu. And, we get a call from the instructor, and he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I already fucking knew what it was, bro. Like, before I already knew. I didn't expect him to handle it like he did, though. He calls me up, and he goes, "Hey, bro, like, this lady that her kid's in class, she brought me up this picture, and it was my shit from the internet, right?" And I'm like, "All right, bro." I said, "It's cool, man. I'll take him out, and it is what it is, bro. Like, I can't defend it. I mean, I can tell you what happened, but that's not it. I'm not expecting you to fuck your business up by letting me stay."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I didn't get to finish." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I told her to fuck off. I told her, you come in here, you're never alone with anyone. You sit in the fucking back, you mind your own goddamn business. Every time you come, you're with somebody. It's not like you're here preying on kids and your son's in the class." So I told her if she didn't like that, I mean, you paid to be here, you could be here, and she could take her kid somewhere else. My son stayed in jiu-jitsu, but I never really went back. The only time I went back after that was when he broke his board in half. I still got it too, dude.
Yeah.
He was 4.5 years old, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he was in elementary, he had an open house, and he wanted us to go so bad, bro. And god damn, and I couldn't tell him, no, bro, it's my kid. You know what I mean? I knew what was going to happen. So we go up there, and at that point I was already off probation. So I wasn't on supervision or anything. They can't tell me what I can do, what I can't do. Like I'm not, you can't. So we went, right? And I stayed beside my wife the whole time, and praise to her too. She went through a lot of shit with this, and she stuck by me. She would walk up to the teacher to ask her a question because he was so excited, man. He's showing us all his pictures and everything. And fucking every time Linda would walk up to her, the chick would turn around and walk off. Just fucking cold shoulder, bro.
Yeah.
And after she did it like 3 or 4 times, I'm like, Linda looked at me too. She's like, you already know, right? Like, fuck it, let's go. And so we walk out, and this is in the Bluff, right? We walk out, and the principal stops us, and he's like, you're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, bro, I'm not under supervision. I'm not on probation. No one's telling me what I can do, what I can't do, bro. Like, my kid goes to school here. He has an open house. I'm here, Well, you need to leave now. And I go, and my wife was so pissed off, bro. So we go home. I'm upset, bro. I am upset, and I can't hide it. I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to shit like that. I get emotional. And she goes back up to the school with the paper, bro, saying what I told you. It says, that I'm released from everything that has to do with this case. Everything. But somehow they fucking didn't put except registration. You know what I mean? But I had a contract with the state, bro. It says I'm done.
Yeah.
So she takes it over there and shows him, and then he's like, well, if I'm wrong, I'll call tomorrow and I'll personally apologize to him. She goes, I wouldn't call him. And then the next day he called her and apologized to her. Huh. And but who wants to fucking go back up there after that, bro? Like,
it's embarrassing, man.
Football when he was in junior high, I'm watching him play football game. Luckily it was junior high. There wasn't a whole lot of people there. Hot. And principal comes and sits behind me. He's like, are you supposed to be here? And I told him the same shit, bro. Like, leave me the fuck alone, dude. Like, you see me sitting over here away from everyone else. Yeah. Watching my son, dude. That's it. If you're so worried about me, stay here and watch me. Yeah. So, next thing I know, here comes a fucking sheriff, bro. And I'm like, God damn. And he walks up straight up to me. He's like, are you supposed to be here? And I'm like, yes, I can be here. Mm-hmm. He goes, well, let's go talk about it down there. So, and I agree, because I don't want to make a scene, dude. I don't want to make it bad for my kid. So we go out down to the bottom there, and he's asking me, and I tell him, I'm not on probation, bro. I'm not on supervision. There's no one tells me what to do anymore, bro. I already went through that. Like, I'm done with it. I just have to go once a year, give them my name, take a picture, let them know what I drive, and that's it. So he calls the sheriff on the phone, the sheriff at the time. And he's like, he tells the sheriff what I said. And he's like, so what do I do? And he's like, fuck, I don't know. He's like, I don't know the laws on that shit. He's like, just tell them to go home and they can deal with it tomorrow. So I called the lady that I had to register with, and she was pissed off, bro. She's like, they violated your rights and blah, blah, blah. And she called up to the school the next day and chewed their fucking ass out, bro. And they called us and told us, you can go to whatever games you want to do, whatever. After that, I never had any issues with them at school. It was always cool, man. Like, but who wants to go and take a chance of that shit after that? You know what I mean? Like, I can understand it if I did something, but I didn't. And they don't know that for sure. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come up here and say my piece about it at least. And I appreciate you remembering that because I completely forgot about it.
To anybody listening, man, I would never back up a pedophile for real. I know his story. I know he didn't do it. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I back you up, bro. Because I know it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because it was anybody. I had another guy he was a real sex offender. He wanted to come over here and give his side of the story, and I said, fuck no, like. You know, he admitted to doing everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he wanted to come and tell us, nah, dude, I can't. You know what I mean? Yeah. I say, fuck that. Like, I don't even listen to SPM because of that shit. You know what I mean?
Jerry Springer, right?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I don't support anybody that does that shit. You know what I mean? But I know your story. You know what I mean? So I know, I was there whenever that shit happened. So yeah, that's why I back you up.
I appreciate it, man. We've been good friends for a long time, dude. And I'm happy to see you successful, dude. Even through all the shit you've been through. Oh, dude. Man, you're proof that people can turn their lives around.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's hard, bro. But the thing is, you gotta learn how to cut everybody off, man. All the bad in your life, you gotta cut that shit off because it'll bring you right back to it, man. You know, I cut a lot of family off, man. Like a lot of family. Like I really don't have no family.
I really don't have any family to cut off, dude.
All I have is my mom and one sister. That's it. And I have other sisters. After you just got to cut all the bad shit. I can cut my dad off. You know what I mean? I haven't talked to my dad in maybe 3-4 years already. Like, you got to cut off all the bad people in your life, man, because they'll bring you back to your old self, bro. Like, everybody says that people change. And yeah, I guess kind of.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Have I changed throughout the years?
You're still the same.
Same fucking person I've always been, bro. Yeah. Always. I would have helped you then and I had less. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have a lot now, bro. Like, if I did, I wouldn't be making posts trying to get people to come and get tattooed by me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. On Facebook, you look at my Facebook, it looks like I lived this extravagant fucking life. Like, half the time my chick's taking me to these places. Bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't make a shit ton of money from the tattoo shop. I do okay. Yeah. I make a living. You know what I mean?
But when you have a business, everybody thinks you're rich.
And I piss off on my toys. You know, I got badass trucks and shit like that. I live in a fucking trailer house, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fucking lifestyles of the rich and famous. That's my nephew, by the way. Yeah. But, you know, it's like they see what I put out there. And they're not going to see a lot of that anymore, dude, because I'm over it. I'm tired of people just bashing me.
Yeah, I have a lot of family always asking to borrow money, and I just tell them all the same. Hey, me and my wife got a deal. We don't loan nobody the family money no more because it always causes problems. Like,
it does cause problems, bro. It does. It doesn't matter who it is, family, no family, whatever, bro. Like, it causes issues, dude.
Big time.
It causes issues. That kid's something else. He's just mad because it ain't his Dr. Pepper, fucking fat ass. Yeah, man. That dude got drunk and me and him wrestled in my bedroom and he tore up my cabinet. No, those are good kids, man. Like that's an example right there. Uh-huh. And he'll say it on there. My nephew, dude, all through his school, when he lived at my mom's and I met all his little friends and I watched them all grow up and me and my ex-wife and we would take them places with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and we had good times, bro. Like, fucking, I remember he had a little friend named Abel. He still does. They're still friends. And we took Abel and was it Chaz Michael Wayne? Maybe I took him with us to San Antonio. We went to the boardwalk. Yeah. And we came to this booth that was selling these shirts that you could have the iron-on shit put on. And Abel was like, "Can I get one?" And I said, "Yeah, bro, here's some money." I gave it to him. He comes back with a shirt that says, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20." You know what I mean? He takes that shit home and his parents are like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, all his friends, dude, all of them call me Uncle B. Like, it's nuts, dude. Like, I'm friends with the family, the dads. Yeah. Super cool. Like Abel, for example, when my mom passed away, his family cooked all the food for us, you know, did all of that for us. I didn't have to worry about that at all for the little service that we had for her. just I've met some really great people, dude.
Yeah.
And I've been very blessed with the life that I do have. You know, I believe everything happens for a reason. I don't know why the fuck God chose to do this to me, but it's made me who I am.
Yeah. It's rough, man. It's a rough jacket to carry, man, especially when you fucking do it.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does, man.
Get through it.
Yeah. It's rough, man, but fuck, dude. People are always gonna hate, man, but you have that on you, so that's like fucking that's like getting a missile shot at you every
That's
time.
the only thing they got on me, bro. They don't have what are they gonna say? I'm an asshole. It's not a lie. It's not true. Everyone knows I'm fucking the nicest dude you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all they can say. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. That's all they got on me, and it's not even true.
Yeah.
But fuck it, use it, whatever. Do what you want. I don't give a fuck. You know. I got friends like you. I got good friends, bro. I got good family. And
Yeah.
my family, my friends are my family, dude. And
Anything else you want to say before we end it?
come get tattooed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still got hospital bills to pay. I'm not rich. I live in a trailer house.
Yeah.
It's on an acre of land, though, dude. Don't
Yeah.
let me fool you. It's not bad, but yeah, dude. Like, you know, come get tattooed, man. The guys at the shop, like, if whoever works for me, you might think what you think about me, but they ain't got shit to do with that, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, I don't make that much money from the tattoo shop that you're hurting me if you don't go get tattooed, but you're hurting them if you don't go get tattooed.
Yeah.
Brother. You know what I mean? My son didn't have anything to do with it. He's the most badass tattoo artist that I know, dude. I will stack him against anyone in this fucking town, bro.
Yeah.
Even Ink Masters.
He still goes by Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
You know,
People say El Vago fries were too hard. Oh, we had some lady go there. She had no teeth, and she fucking trashes her fries were too crispy.
I think it was the chick who talked shit about
Yeah,
me.
it
Remember,
was,
I told you. I said that's the chick who talked shit about me passing out toys.
Probably because we
Like
didn't fucking,
this late fucking Karen,
Yeah,
dude. Like
it's
she ain't got
crazy.
nothing better to do than sit around and
Soaking the water.
Yeah, I think it. Put him in Dr. Pepper.
you're like, bitch, if you use ketchup, it wouldn't be so
Yeah, it would be so bad,
crunchy.
man. Shit.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
You could hang someone with a new rope and they would still bitch about it.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's too
You
deep.
know what I mean?
All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and end this, man. Thanks, man, for coming.
I love you, bro. Thank
Man,
you for having me.
I
man.
hope it helped a little bit out, man. Because like I said, I won't ever vouch for nobody for this, but I will for you, man. Because I know the truth. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
It
you.
sucks, man. But to the ones that did, man, fucking hope they die. It's all right, man. Y'all, good night, man. Y'all should come by the restaurant this week and get some
Come get
food.
tattooed.
Yeah, come get tattooed, Fat Tats.
Welcome to the Volo podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo podcast, no cap, true stories, what you know about that? Welcome to the Volo podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo podcast, no cap, true stories, what you know about that?